Welcome to Beatroot 2010, the last qualifier. Give yourself a hand. So this one we got 7 producers, and it's gonna chop down to 2 winners, and those 2 guys are gonna go into the final battle. But before we start that, we're gonna have my man Peter. Give it up for Peter, the owner of Easy Music Center. He helps us put these on. He put these events on for free, which is awesome. Thank you very much. And he sells pretty much all the equipment you can use to make beats. No, it's all good. He's gonna sample live. You gonna talk about what you're gonna?
Yeah, you mind?
Yeah, no, totally good.
I got 2 things. As awesome as that thing is. Hello. Oh, first off, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone. I haven't been able to make too many Beatroots this year, so I'm happy to be here. I want to talk about the micro sampler and a little bit about this Miniac, although that's not nearly as like revolutionary to me as this micro sampler has been. I think I did do something small on this the first week that we got it when we had a Beatroot like last year, and I didn't know how to use it very well, and so I kind of flailed up here. Hopefully I don't flail this time. I've been using an MPC 1000. I've owned a 2500 at one point, a 4000, whatever that new beast is over there. I've kind of gone through all the MPCs at one point or another, and I love the 1000 because of the portability, the expandability on the RAM, and I think MPCs in general sound really, really good. The thing that I started to experience in the past like 4 or 5 years, I used to be really heavy into it about maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, was making beats all the time. Like I had a lot more time back then, just before I bought the store. And the thing that I started to notice in the past 3 years is my vinyl records were just sitting there on the shelf, my MPC was being unused, and what I started to find out was that for me, I just have such limited time that to sit down and really go through a record well and then chop it up and find those little tidbits of like nice sound and then putting them to a pad and then sequencing it all out, to me that takes a lot of time, and it's a labor of love, no doubt, and if I had the time I probably would like to do that more often. But for me, I got like 30 minutes, 20 minutes when I come home to bang out a beat, and really on my MPC that wasn't enough time to even get my computer going and get my record up. And then this thing came along, and it's just kind of opened up my eyes to all of the vinyl that I had. Like I thought I'd kind of listened to all the vinyl that I had and went through it and kind of taken out all the good loops, and now I'm looking at it much more in like a chop kind of fashion, and this thing really helps with the chops, making life a lot easier. And I've kind of gone through all my records again and hear them in a different way now, and I'm able to use records that I could have never sampled before. I'm going to attempt to do a live chop here, and hopefully it works out. It's a little nerve-wracking, so hopefully my timing doesn't stink. The beauty of this beast, there's a lot of things you can do with it, and I'm not going to even scratch the surface. But to me, the one feature that makes it worth buying is the key gate feature. And I think I think if Dilla was alive and he saw this, he'd probably roll in his grave, well, he would be alive, but he would freak out if he saw something like this. And when I first saw it, Jericho was showing me how to use it actually, and I was like, what? You can do that? That made the whole thing worth buying just on that one feature alone for me. And what the key gate feature is, and all it is really, is as this record's playing, or as your CD's playing, or as your tape is playing, this thing hears it, you hear it out in your monitors, you hold down the key while it's playing, and whatever you heard, that's exactly what got sampled to the key. And so you can just move down the line, key to key to key, taking little chops. And so you don't like a sample, you just press it again. There's no assigning, there's no start-stop points, there's no looking at it in a WAV file on your computer, there's no uploading it to a computer, all that kind of stuff that you spend a lot of time doing. You take that out of the picture altogether with this thing. So let's see if I can do a live chop here, see what happens. I got an old school Oda son, big fan of Hawaiian artists, Oda son's an old lovely player. And I kind of my spot kind of see me, I'm not like the most rhythmic person in the world, so I'm kind of bobbing my head, I'm counting at the same time, like 1, 2, 3, 4, pressing another key, 2, 3, 4, press another key. So each time I'm really just hopping from keys, trying to hold the timing as well as I can. And what I get on this thing after I've done all that is those exact chops. No effort, it's right through, it sounds really good, it's in stereo. And they're all like touch play kind of stuff, so I can pop in and out with the beat. So I started off doing that, I was like, wow, this is so great, it's revolutionary. And then I took it a next step further to get even lazier with it. So that's really lazy to me. I know Centric saw me today, he's like, you just did what takes me hours to do. I was like, yeah, I love this thing. I'm gonna take it to the next lazy step comes with this Miniac, and I don't think you have to use like a Miniac. This thing works great for me. It has a really great drum sets and a lot of cool sequences for drums. And so I'm using this for my drums now. I'm really, really lazy. Like I was kind of making beats for a long time. Like I used to love to sequence things, now I hate sequencing anything. It just drives me crazy to sequence drums. To me, that's a lot of time to be used just to see if something might or might not work. And so I've replaced my drums with this Miniac. I don't sequence anything, at least not for a scratch pad idea. And so for a sample like this, for example, I would just play it. I was taking it in 4 counts, so it's probably going to line up if I can get this timing right. And so I would normally just play it. It's not going to be dead on because my timing is not the best in the world, but it's telling me it's around 70, 74 BPM. And so I'm going to turn on my drums now, and I'm going to sync these two, and if I can get the tempo to come together and my timing was initially good, I might be able to put something together kind of wide here. Let's see what happens. I got to get the tempos to link up a little better, but now I can just come around here and I've got like 30 keys or maybe 25 keys worth of samples, and I don't know what worked, I don't know what sounded good, but I'm just going to sit here and pop around with them and see if I can't find something that sounds cool. So I can tell it's like the tempo is a little too slow. I'm going to go up to 75 and see if that cures that tempo problem that I just sent. I could probably sit here for hours, and this is what I do in my apartment. I just play records, and I just go through the tracks. Is there any sort of like rhythmic sound, or are there chops that I can take from it? And I can go through records really, really quick now. I just lay down like maybe 10, 15 samples that I'm hearing. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and I just keep moving on. Like my shelf of vinyl is now something that I'm actually able to like reach into and grab out of, where before a lot of stuff was pretty inaccessible to me. This thing's $4.99. It connects with your computer. You can edit things on the screen with your computer. You can edit samples. You got a lot of effects built in. Obviously, it's got a sequencer, a sampler. You can sample your own outs. It's got the built-in mic, which I showed last time. Like I can do a beatbox and have my own beatbox kit on this thing. Like really, really quick and easy. It's probably the quickest, dirtiest, easiest piece of machinery that I've ever seen for beat making. And I really only shown you like 1/1000 of what it can do. But to me, that touch and play sampling is the coolest thing that I've ever messed with. Every single rep of these products that comes to the store and tells us how great their stuff is, I show them this, I'm like, all I want is something like this and make it even better, you know? And so to me, I think it's like a real home run. I think the price is at $4.49 right now. in the store, and Korg is actually doing $100 rebates. So you can get something this thing for 350 bucks. It has battery. You can do it on batteries too. I actually took this thing to Argentina with me when I went traveling, and it's just a lot of fun. Even if you have an MPC, which I do, like this thing's kind of replaced my MPC. My MPC is sitting in the corner again, gathering dust. I use this, ENIAC, and my post application at home to make beats now. And it's a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll let you guys get on to it. Have a great evening.
Yo, give it up for Peter once again, y'all. Without him, this would not be possible. All right, so we're going to do this, the final Beatroot qualifier. We're going to go down the line, introduce our producers, waiting for Armar, wherever he's at. But it's going to be 7 producers, and from there, they're going to break it down to 4. Well, it'll go down to 2 producers in the final round, and those 2 are going to be making it to the finals in February, maybe March. We'll see. Okay, let's introduce everybody here. Right here we got Bad News. Give it up for Bad News. Then we got Mr. Brandon, the luchador. He called in sick to work. That's why he's wearing the mask. Got my man, Masick. Argmar. Mar, right here. Just came in. Got my man, Sosa, right there in the black. Got Kaneki the Great. And then we got Abomination Wanna right there, all the way to your right. So what's going to happen now is each one is going to play a beat, and from there they're going to be ranked. So the judges right here, I'll introduce them later, they're going to pick the top 4. The top 4 is going to make it into the winner's bracket. The bottom 3 are going to battle one beat each for 2 spots in the winner's bracket. Okay? And then we'll break it down again from there. So basically, just play your beat. You get ranked 1 through 7. From there, top 4 goes into the winner's bracket. Bottom 3 goes into the losers. And the losers bracket will battle 1 beat. And then 2 of those guys will go back into the winner's bracket. And then we're back to the 6, and we'll break it down after that. So everybody get it? If you don't get it, you're going to get it because we'll do it anyway. But first up, we got Sosa. You're going to go first. Check. Yeah, give it up for Sosa. First of the night. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Next up, the man, Armar. Yeah, give it up for Armar. Yes, coming all the way from Molokai. All right, next up, Mr. Brandon, the masked one. Here we go. Yeah, Mr. Brandon, the luchador, all the way from Guadalajara. All right, next up we got Connected the Great. Yeah, get up for Connected the Great. All right, moving along. Come on, man. Masik. Yeah, give it up for Masick, yo. All right, last up of the 7. My man, Bad News. Anytime you're ready, Bad. What was that? Oh, A-bomb. Sorry, A-bomb. My bad. Bad News. All right, totally forgot about A-bomb 1. All right, anytime you're ready. Yeah, give it up for Abomination 1. That is round 1. All right, can we get some background music, Jericho? We're going to see who the judges place in the top 4 and who's going to go battle out for the 3rd spot. Hold on. Check.